I have one question for you. I have a customer, I do design work, that despises drywall. He would like to do the whole house in real plaster, but he doesn't want to do one house. He wants to do apartment buildings. He's a developer. And of course, the cost of that doesn't make sense. But he despises drywall because he's had experience with mold and mildew and such. And any arguments you might have about quality control in the envelope, etc., to avoid it, it's like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. So he wants to use some sort of a waterproof drywall. I don't know if it would be green board or dead shield or something like that. And I know it comes in shorter lengths. It doesn't come in, there's no stretch board. It's difficult to finish. Do you have any recommendation that I could pass on to him to make a sort of mold-proof drywall without going into, the outside air sealing and all of that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they even still make it, but they probably do. That Den's Armor Plus, which was a fiberglass face drywall. I don't know if it ever really caught on because the surface was so rough. You had to skim coat everything. Mold-resistant drywall is, the moisture mold-resistant drywall is good stuff, but that's no different to finish than regular drywall. But I think the problem could be...
When you say the mold-resistant, you're talking about the green board.
Yeah.
Because green board is the same in the finish, but the other ones are quite different to finish. I mean, I'd expect the drywaller to charge a lot more or have a heart attack.
Den's Armor, the problems with that was it doesn't have a paper face. It's got the fiberglass face. So the screws didn't set. They set through the finish a little differently, and they were harder to coat over because they actually always tore through that fiberglass. Always. No matter what you did. You had to skim coat it and so as a result, I had to use adhesive to avoid any fastener pops. But keep in mind, your joint compound is not mold resistant. Now, Certainteed, which is, I believe, the company that made Den's Armor, had a mold resistant joint compound on the market at one time, but they didn't sell, so they took it off the market. But there are mold resistant tapes like the FiberFuse tape. If he's looking for the complete package, it's going to be hard to find people to do it, but I'm sure, in a commercial buildings, he could certainly find somebody because they're using a lot of that fiberglass face drywall on the exterior of those buildings.
But they typically don't finish it. They just fire tape it and then clad it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not the same.
Right. So those people may have the skills to finish on the inside too, but I think plaster is not that inhibitive today. You buy the blue board and then it's usually a veneer. You just put one finish coat over it. But finding the skilled people.
But isn't the blue board essentially drywall too?
It's drywall, but it's made special for plaster.
But would that eliminate the mold issues or the deterioration with moisture? The buildings have been hot, humid climates in Florida and in Houston.
I don't know. I really don't know if that blue board has got anything added to it. Probably not, I would say. I don't think it would help too much. It's going to be tricky, but, of course, I talk about the air sealing and stuff being important in cold climates, but it's just as important in those warm climates because he's got to control that humidity and that condensation and stuff. I don't think the answer is switching to plaster. It's controlling everything out.
Right. That's what I say too. Just because where are you going to find plasters that can do apartment buildings worth of work? Good luck with that.
Good luck. Yeah. There's a few stray guys out doing it, but there's not many crews. Because my son works in Colorado and they build a lot of homes in Denver area, and it's hard to get skilled. There's a lot of skilled drywallers, but none of them are skilled enough to do smooth wall. They're all textured, everything. They do it because the finishes just wouldn't be good enough.
I understand. My son is also a drywaller and even has a few videos that I produced with him for patching and stuff, competition.
Oh, good. Yeah, nice. See? Well, I'm turning 67 soon, so I'm not going to... Like today, I just went down to the neighbors. They had bees in their attic, and they had eaten through the drywall, kind of. So I just cut a big hole and replaced. Those are the kind of jobs I want nowadays.
You had to take the bees out through the drywall. A lot of bees.
Well, they were already dead.
Oh, okay.
Well, supposedly they were dead. So I'm cutting and I'm listening. I don't hear anything. So I remove the big piece of drywall, and I see one bee poke his head out. And that was the only bee. Not another one came out. I vacuumed in there and everything. Must have been a lone survivor or something.
The sole survivor, the last of his
Yeah,
clan. Oh,
he's
wow.
dead now. So
When we're done with the audio, I'll send it to you just to listen to it, review, and then you give me the thumbs up, and then it'll go live.
oh, perfect. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and we'll put it out and promote it and everything.
yeah. And then I got to get on your site, check out some. You'll laugh at me, but I don't listen to podcasts very often.
Hmm.
There is that drywall podcast. I don't know how exciting that is, but that's the only one I really ever listen to much. But
Well, there should be fun information. It can be exciting and fun if it's geared towards drywallers. If it's geared towards guys that want to know how to patch a hole in their wall, it'll be repetitive and really boring. But if it was geared to drywall, there may be new products, new drywalls, new things. I've at the builder show though. I don't remember what the latest new stuff I saw, but there was always some new things, new tools, stuff like that. So
oh yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing sometimes what they're coming up with new stuff every day. It seems. But,
all right, well, have a good rest of your day, and I'll be in touch here. Thank you so much, and
okay, thanks.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Enjoyed it.
You too. Me too. Bye bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.